Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we have an all new Project Pan update. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. So if you happen to catch my last update, I did add in a bunch of products in the month of June because I thought since we're at the halfway point, I just wanted to add in a few extra things. So let's talk about the progress. I will say I feel like this was probably the slowest month of progress that I've had yet in my project. So unfortunately there's not a lot of exciting updates, but let's just get into it. So the first thing I added in last month was from One Size, and this is just like a deluxe sample of the Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. I didn't use this at all, so I have no updates to report on this one, unfortunately. Hopefully by the end of next month, I will have an update on this one. Next is my MAC Modesty lipstick. So this one also, I feel like I only used a few times. I was testing out some new lip products this month, and I feel like that really hindered how much I was reaching for this. So I did reach for this a few times. According to my tally, it doesn't look like I used it at all. So I'm really gonna have to step that up if I want to be able to use this one up this year. I think I can do it, I really do. I definitely underestimated how long it takes to use up a lipstick, but I do think I can use it up. I just need to kind of focus on it a little bit more. So hopefully I'll have a lot more progress on that one by the end of the month. Next is my Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. So last update I mentioned I wasn't sure if they're still making this one. They are. It is on the Essence website. I just can't seem to find it anywhere else. I made a little bit of progress on this one, and at this point I'm almost halfway done with this one, and I can't tell if maybe this one is expired or if I just don't like it anymore. I find it doesn't blend out that well, and I find it's just kind of sitting on my skin, which it did not used to do. So I'm wondering if it's expired. It's not breaking me out or anything like that, so I do kind of want to leave it in for the rest of the month at least. And if I cannot seem to make this work well, I might just get rid of it. I wasn't having any issues the first few months of the project. If it continues to do so, I'll probably just declutter it and move on rather than trying to finish it up. But I did make a tiny little bit of progress. I would hope to make a lot more, and hopefully we will see where I'm at by the end of this month. I also added in another foundation for the month of June. So initially when I added this in, I had shaken the foundation so I couldn't see my starting point. So I guess today is like the official starting point for this one because I was able to track it to about here. And this isn't one that I want to use up fully. That's not the goal for this project. The goal for this one is to at least just get it down to half so that I have some good use out of it. I think I like this one. I definitely don't like it nearly as much as some of my other favorite foundations. My NARS just gets a ton of use. Today I'm wearing the Hourglass foundation, the Say foundation, the Makeup by Mario, the new Laura Mercier. Those get a ton of use from me. So I'm not reaching for this nearly as much. So for that reason, I do just want to at least get a lot more use out of this one. Next is my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Lip Crayon in the shade Natasha. Again, I've mentioned this is one of my absolute favorite lip liners. This is definitely one of my favorite lip liner formulas. And I've made a little bit of progress in the month of June, not nearly as much as I would have liked. I know I can go through a lip liner fairly quickly. I did it last year in my Project Pan. This one, much like the lipstick, I need to reach for a lot more. However, I've mentioned before, I do work from home, so I don't tend to go through lip products nearly as quickly as I used to. However, I'm still happy that I saw a lot more progress on this one than on the lipstick, and I will definitely keep working on this one. Next, we have a cream blush that I added in during my last update, and this is from Tower 28. This is the Beach Please cream blush in the shade Magic Hour. So I did use this quite a few times. I feel like you really can't tell. I do want to be able to hit pan on this one. It's been open for quite a while, so I am expecting it to kind of go off at some point. So I do just want to get a lot more use out of it before it goes bad. I hope it doesn't go bad at all before I've used it up, but I've also seen a lot of people on Instagram getting theirs used up, so I feel like I can probably hit pan on this one. I don't think the pan in this is actually as deep as some of my others, so I think there's a good chance that I can do that. I like this one just fine. I much prefer the Rose Ink Cream Blush. I just think it's so much more blendable. This is quite pigmented. It's just, I don't find it's the most long-wearing cream blush. So I would like to at least hit pan on this one though. Then we have another product that I am only trying to hit pan on, not use up fully, and this is the Dior Powder No Powder. This has absolutely no bottom to it. It's funny because I saw Samantha March go through so many of these, and I have been working on this for ages and I cannot hit pan. I do have a sizable dent out of the middle and it's starting to make its way out to the edges as well, but I cannot seem to find the bottom of this powder. I use it every single time I do my makeup. I've been setting my under eyes with it every single time. I've been completely ignoring most of my other powders just in the interest of using this one up, and no luck so far, but we'll keep working on it. I'm really determined with this one. Okay, next we have my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. This is another one I've been working on since the beginning of the year. I do feel like the dip in the middle is getting a little bit more noticeable. I'm not sure if it's going to come off on camera or not, but it really is getting more noticeable. I'm still very optimistic that I'll be able to hit pan on this one at some point. I think if I do, at this point, it's going to be very close to the end of the year and the end of the project when I finally do, as long as I do hit pan. That's all I need. Okay, next is another product that I added in last month. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I do have a mini and I have the shade Too Fair. I love this one. This one's hard to tell because I am scraping the sides, but it is hard to tell, much like a concealer, how I'm doing. I cannot get the stopper out either, but I noticed when I was using this today that I had to really work to get product out. So I do think this one is on its last legs. I think with consistent use, I could probably have this done within the month. My purpose to adding this one is to use it up. I have the new e.l.f. Halo Glow finally, and I do like it better. So I really just don't think I need this anymore. So I'll be happy to use this one up. This one won't be a repurchase, but I am definitely confident I can use this one up with consistent use. And finally, the product that I expected would be an empty during this update is my Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. I have the tiniest little bit left of this. I have maybe 2, maybe 3 uses. So this one is definitely going to be an empty for next update. I feel a little frustrated that I didn't finish it this month. I ended up having a really busy week this past week. Otherwise, I totally think I would have finished this. But overall, I'm happy that I'm almost done with this. I can move on. When I'm done with this, I do know exactly what product I'm going to cycle in. I know I can do much better progress-wise, so I am going to try to be a lot more diligent over the next month with trying to finish up my smoothing primer for sure. The Flawless Filter, this one is going to hopefully be done, and I'm going to focus on the foundations a lot more as well. My bronzer and my powder, I can't focus on them any more than I do, but hopefully I will have a much more exciting update in the month of August. This project is a lot more challenging than last year's, I think. So that is it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!